Guys, I'm losing my mind. Welcome to Opethian Music Theory. I stumbled upon one of my newfound favorite Opeth songs of all time. I admittedly slept on Incauda Venenum. I didn't listen to it when it came out. I kind of went on an Opeth hiatus between the years of 2018 and 2024. For whatever reason, I just wasn't listening to Opeth, and I completely missed the album. The album is chock full of great songs. My favorite song of the album, and quite possibly one of my favorite songs of all time by Opeth, is Lovelorn Crime. Not only does it hit hard on an emotional level, it gives you goosebumps, but harmonically, it's very interesting. So we're going to take a look at that today. Here we go. There is so much movement in that opening phrase there, that opening chord progression. We are in the key of B flat minor for this one, and we're going to be in B flat minor but also pulling chords from parallel keys. There's a lot of parallel motion, whether we're going from minor to major or major to minor. So essentially what we have at the very beginning is the B flat minor chord, which is the 1 chord in B flat minor. It then goes to the 4 chord E flat minor, and then it goes up to the natural minor 5 chord known as F minor. And then they throw in the parallel major F major. Now what that does, whenever you play a minor chord and then follow it with its major of the same letter, it creates a very satisfying, very conclusive kind of closure-filled experience of a feeling, and this song is chock full of that. After the F, we're right back to B flat minor. Let's check out the next section. Pre-chorus time. Alright, just unbelievable amounts of awesome in this pre-chorus. We're starting off with a G flat minor chord, which I'm looking at from the perspective of B flat minor. So it's the 6 chord in B flat minor. The next chord used is a B flat major 7, which is like the parallel of B flat minor. B flat minor and B flat major are parallels. One's major, one's minor. They both start on B flat. So that B flat major 7 is adding a lot of color and a burst of harmonic change as the parallel 1 chord, which is then followed by its diatonic 6 chord in G minor. All right, after the G minor chord, we're kind of outside of the B flat major, B flat minor thing that we had going on. We're throwing in an F sus2 to an F, an F sus4 to an F. And I see that as kind of like a new 1 chord. The key of F having B flat as the only the flatted note. The next chord after is the B flat. So I'm looking at the Fs as the 1 chord, and the sus's as like an offshoot of that 1 chord, bringing us into the B flat, which is a common chord between B flat minor and F. I'm sorry, B flat major and F. And so that's acting as the 4 chord, and then the C is the 5 chord, and then the D minor is the 6 chord. So all these chords are all closely related. You know, the B flat minor and the B flat major are parallel. There's an F in both of those keys. There's a version of D and a version of C in both of those keys. There's a lot of overlap in the chord choice. I'm going to play it again. I want to point out at the end of this section, after the D minor, we end on the D major for another parallel motion. And you could almost consider that like a Picardy third, because the passage is ending on the minor, but we're making that last chord of the same type into a major. So let me just play that one more time. It's such a cool section. So starting at the beginning of the pre-chorus, here we go. G flat minor, B flat major 7, G minor, Now here's your F sus2, F, F sus4, F, B flat, C, D minor, and then listen for the D right there. So freaking good. Let's see what comes next. All right, guys, we got one more section. We're going to take a look at the chorus. I'm going to play it first, and then we will take a breakdown. Here we go. Here's the chorus. This is where the goosebumps come in. Right back in. God damn, it's so good. All right, let's break this shit down, shall we? All right, we're starting off with a D sus2 with an A in the bass. I just want to point out how sweet that chord sounds. That's just, oh, it's so good. That chord is kind of, we're kind of continuing with the theme of D, because the D minor to the D major were the last two chords played, so we're kind of segueing into a D modality, for lack of a better word, and as you're going to see from the chords that follow, we're not in one particular diatonic key, we're kind of playing modal mixture here, as we do with all Opeth songs. So the D sus2, doesn't really matter where it comes from. I'm just going to say we're rooted in D. It could be major, it could be minor, it doesn't really matter. The next chord is the F major chord, which is the 3 chord in D minor, followed by the C, which is the 7 chord in D minor, followed by the G, which could only be the 4 chord in D major. So that's where we're getting that modal mixture. After a few rounds of that chord progression, as you heard when I played the audio, you had that switch. We brought in the B flat, which could be considered the 6 chord in D minor, followed by the F, which again is the 3, back to the G, which is the 4 in D major, that modal mixture, followed by G minor, more of that parallel movement I've been talking about this whole lesson, which then brings us back into B flat minor. So that's the segue. So I don't know about you guys, but even if I didn't understand music theory, I'd still have the goosebumps. But I'm loving not only the way the song makes me feel on a sonic level, but also the web and amazing weaving throughout the harmonic landscape that Michael Ackerfeld continues to do. So whether it's modal mixture or parallel keys or Picardy thirds, this song is chock full of what I would consider movement, right? This song is full of movement and motion and shifts in the tonal landscape, and that's what makes Opeth so goddamn good. So if you liked this video, please like it, subscribe if you'd like to see more of this stuff, because this is primarily what I do. And if you have any suggestions for things you'd like me to take apart for you, leave them in the comments below. There's a good chance I'll do it. And thank you all for watching.